Erin Challoner is a roller coaster aficionado who has you've ridden the Ultimate many times. Now look, once upon a time, I did like a roller coaster. I can't imagine you like roller coasters.
Why would you say that?
Do you like roller coasters,
I can't
Charlie?
bear them. I can't really. I have been on them, Erin.
Yeah.
I have been on them, but I'm not.
No.
I'm not queuing up to be on them. But you love them, don't you?
Well,
I do, yeah.
When you're young, especially, they seem so exciting.
Felt like a more wilder experience than the first half. The first half kind of felt like a joy walk through the woods, and then the second half felt like a crazy barn ride through the woods on a twisted mine track. So overall, it was a very sensational experience in terms of the heritage and the history around it.
3 years it sat idle. It's just been sort of mothballed. Was that while they couldn't work out what to do? Is that the idea?
I think there was a sense of that. I feel like part of it was also down to the new direction of the park, because the park changed ownership not too long ago. So I think the new direction of the park was more geared towards the family and the children's market, which, you know, it's good. Every park's got their own style, their target audience, and I feel like Lightwater Valley wants to change their direction under the Brighton Pier Group, and the Ultimate, as well as Raptor Attack and a couple of other thrill rides, didn't really feel part of the direction.
Is the reality that like everything else, the thrill rides have just got bigger, faster, better, and some of these older rides, which have nostalgia, as you say, can't really compete on it's not a level playing field, is it?
Yeah, I think we have to go back to the Corkscrew when that closed in 2008 at Alton Towers, and you look how...
I remember the Corkscrew.
I remember the BBC News report on the final day with Coaster Force there in Ugland on the last day, and I think it was that story again of how rides just got bigger, taller, faster, the technology's improved over time, and I think that everything seems to run its course. You know, look at Nemesis and how it's getting a massive refurbishment this year, ready for reopening next year, and how they need to keep up with the times, maintain it, and keep the heritage alive. It's important to keep these heritage alive, but I think with the technology improving and things getting bigger, taller, faster, I think that it was time to come to an end.
And I must say, I mean, you referred to the owners, Lightwater Valley's owners, changing the kind of the ethos of the park, and they have said that the investment required to bring this ride up to acceptable standards of safety, it just didn't kind of pay off. What I will ask you, best roller coaster you've ever been on, and why was it so good?
Oh, there's a couple that are sort of tying at number one for me, but I think it always has to be Wicker Man at Alton Towers. I think Nemesis may go back to number one.
What is Wicker Man like? I have no idea what it's like.
Wicker Man is based on this ritual and feeding the flames to this big wooden statue, and this wooden roller coaster manufactured by a wonderful company called Great Coasters International, also known as GCI. And it's the twists and the turns. It's built into a kind of a deep kind of pit, it almost feels like, with a bit of a slanted lift hill at the start. And the fact this replaced the Flume, it was another heritage ride, and sort of keeping the history of that particular area alive. I think that Wicker Man kind of stands the test of time for this kind of generation as the kind of ride of its era.
I can't pretend that, Aaron. I still kind of like the Scooby-Doo wooden roller coaster thing, you know. It takes me, that's what I like, you know. Old, disused parks. I know that's not where the money is, but thank you for coming. Do you ever get frightened anymore? You're so immune to it, you just don't get frightened?
Yeah, it always just feels like a natural experience at the moment, especially vlogging them as well. I think even vlogging them, I don't really get scared as much as I used to. And I think that just comes with experience. Do you miss
not screaming?
Kind of. Yeah. There is that fear level of it, but no, ever since I started doing the vlogging a couple of years ago, it's kind of felt natural. So it's been a wonderful journey at the moment.
Lovely to see this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Erin Challoner, thank you.